kuyo no ensem da betu dwan say Tamale Central emrashe bedwane Dr. Mutala Mohammed no waka nipa enwotwe ya na no helicopter ekun omo ya yenim de asientia sa enkoso nka Ghana for ya NPP for wura ho papa se omo enua no efri mu saa enti oma yense ka by-election omo nko omo atwom ho afrim omo kra nyaanya nka parties nkaye no ko bia ntwe no ho na ka NDC fo mfa konwa no so na ni enim se bia menim asem kra sia so omo asade so omo apoahye wo mu senso se odom wo senso ewuo ni ya omo senso omo jade ahye Dr. Mutala Mohammed en monyam wo nim dom pa so omo kire na wokwane fomoa so a anano NDC fo nso ye bi abra ona bodwonkuma adweso wamo bekọ no NDC fo nso ka so yenuano momfa de preko wai ye ne mo enye embepre NPP fo eba fo mo afede national organizer lawyer Henry Nanaboachi Nanabi was aka kam se ka beyan so anka NDC fo ka koyi ka NPP fo aja Tamale Central mu de ama wo mu nanka ayi akwatia by election nanka NDC fo nso mo so ma ba so yenso ye ma yenso ya twen ho afrim nanka ye kama ohun me yankwa ho manso ne yentie sania political analyst Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre Dr. Ewo University of Cape Coast na Bama nyosemu a ehnefa na ade no ebefa doc adwumre enjeri adase pa memo akwa baba ye news yeso e Dr. Atimenka memo akwa bo
dan nka meje so
why engineer from Kojo Dixon why
Kojo Dixon sorry Kojo Dixon sorry
ya nya hwempo a be de hia no kwa interview na be be ye ono a
we de kafra
doc I
was can intimidate voice kra e determine ya menene kasa kafra
ampa wo ka nta ma da na ayi doc NPP fo akere sa Tamale Central by-election no a ebeba no anam Dr. Mutala Mohammed ne na konwa no a aye vacant no wo mo so wo mo nko na wo mo kra ke ka mo se ka be ya wo mo ayi akwatia de ka NDC fo so wo mo so nya akro na nka abalance fefefe wo ti di say no wo so mu sai wo jiri sa de be na abo mutrim
mini Kojo Dixon min dawase ma min tia T4 ne wahwefo angel enwumre me some way my interview bear the whole day bear 6 or 7 on this same issue. Now the American say enya do bu ne mo me kasakwa how do you give that which you don't have control over? How do you give or offer to give that which you do not have control over? Yes, 2024 elections opening Mutala Enya over 52,000. The main competitor Enya just around 16,000. So that vote difference, there's no way MPP beating me Akatia. It's not possible. Apart from that, there could be that sympathy vote. And media say yes, a good gesture. Yes, a bit timid so Papa Ediaba. I don't see any sincerity in it. There is no sincerity on the back of such a kind gesture that they are giving. In actual fact, they mean to say.
Dr. Alexa say we no say hypocrisy kakra nya twum kakra na mase on.
You see, the MPP has fought for by-elections over less or peripheral reasons. You show Kwanya Omofaswa, you are the Chikwesi, a losing seat on a very peripheral issue, very flimsy. They took that, got the by-election, one day to lose miserably. And today you are mounting on the moral high ground because, when you say, strategically, political strategy-wise, it will inure to your benefit. Two, it will inure to the benefit of the NPP, say, and NDC contest. But what is the contest in the center? Tamale Central, there is no contest there. The real contest is Ayakutia. And into the moment, say, it is a setup. They are setting up the NDC so that someone communicating very well, it will appear, say, only a greedy people. Because if you have 2/3 majority in parliament, less Honorable Mutala, we are. We need Mutala, you go back to 2/3. Plus the independent, we are almost a parliamentar, almost eco with the NDC. So why the Akutia? These are the things that people will be asking. And so it is a setup on the part of the NPP to set the NDC up on that. Until one communicative well, that is how people will perceive the whole issue.
That is Dr. Ochre. That's a washer. NPP for one would decide, no, one would assume NDC Fidio.
I Fidio no Musum. I Fidio Pano Musum. So Bakaya, Abra. You're a communica, baby. No, Stephen Kumi. I could tell MP. Your friend Kumi. Yes, okay, baby. No, can say majority, minority. It became a banter in Parliament as to the announcement of, say, there's supposed to be a by-election according to the Constitution. The MPP, Omo, and Omo de, Ama Yura Jerry Equaye press conference. We are walking out of Parliament, no press conference. I can't want some say the NDC they were insensitive near there. They're talking about by-election. It is all because the MPP feels we are very jittery. They are very jittery with respect to Akutia. Esan say, Ama Yura Bauminyai, the difference between Ono and Yura Mahaman are very insignificant. And that was a time when the economy was not like what we are seeing today. Today's economy, I have seen a reduction in fuel price. I've seen reduction in prices of transport fares. I've seen reduction in price of goods and services. Association of Ghana Industries say, so commercial bank for a lending rate in Israel, the prices of their items. That is economy. What's your global and analytics data on the buy? And I say, developmental project near Edikani. Non-conformity economy. So if these are all rational beings, as I know every human being to be rational, that's a developmental project. I can want some sir. I abandon to me and you be a more. That's they are seeing this type of economy. They will vote against the MPP.
Now the doc way what shall share Dr. Mutala Muhammad Noah or free mono. Limudra na oye. When he was alive, and the sir was free sworn, Ebiana, a year or no in particular, the personality and the man NDC for no, it may train NPP more that wide. And Sabrea, that personality no, any hobby or no. And can yan some mem, Sanka NPP for Bassa test what test now, and the panan who are dodo, now also no popular, and tina. Or tree Musa and Yansan Quatra say, see Yampoa. Kamajin, you bet me across you now. I got almost a subsequent and possibly the general elections near Banaka are more Yabra. They make a Yansan him.
Because this is in one of those platforms, I'm granting to me say, taking part in elections is not only about losing and winning, it's about getting the data out of the decision of the people so that they can use it to interrogate succeeding elections. If you don't take part, it means you have not been able to test your popularity or otherwise in that particular constituency. So, as I said, out of respect, national cohesion, unity, the fight against Galamsenia, it is because the MPP is disadvantaged hugely when it comes to Tamale Central.
A quite bias, not to say, why do you want to come Belusudada? Now, what shall she say, Anka, one more equa? Domunya, you know. So, woman to me, Fakunano cry. anka so bɛte wɔn bɛgyina hɔ a anaa kɔm bɛkɔ mo nim kakraa bi ka ɛhɔ no ka wobɛhu ne sɛn.
Many other say me my own way asubati. Okay, asubati. It's all about say they will get the right candidate. No less acrimony. And you see, human beings per nature gravitate usually. They gravitate towards where power is. Usually. Not always. But very rarely, no one say they are not gravitating where power towards power. Because I look north. As long as if anything, police stations are more than 3. No, I could do 19. The NDC was going to win. And the same reasons I may assign here, improvement in the economy, this and that and that. These are rational human beings, and our black man not. It's a microcosm of the economy of this country. Therefore, that is the decision they will take. And I say, security architecture over there was not taken seriously. So I'm now proposing that we should have a electoral police security where they will be trained along the line. They will be fair and fair when it comes to election issues.
Na akwatia de no so patatakra mu tisɛn.
Oh, say hono if NDC should lose enya omohwe et say wato board mataso. But who say
But I said nam dodo so nsɛn kwan ye wonti in as much as say wɔn ɛwɔ wɔn 2 tests no bebre so be kan wa say be ma wɔn so enya bragging right say ya hwe mo abɔ technical knockout.
The okay nyina na kure ebia miwe anka obetemase. And the NPP, they have 2 main strong regions. Ashanti region and Eastern region. Akotia is in the Eastern region. So, as of now, at first, Naminim said NDC will just want to see how they will perform. Because in itself, it's a way of measuring their performance. What I say, it's a way of measuring their performance, as far as the economy is concerned. And how and for receive policies, So that is why they will have to go to Akwatia to test the ground. Secondly, so Mutiminya abandon more than what they had in the 2024. Then it means that gradually they are making inroads into the strongholds of the NPP. And if they should win, that is a plus. But NPP losing this seat is going to be a big blow to them, because it is still going to weaken their position within parliament. They can call themselves micro-majority or micro-minority or mighty power, whatever minority that they call themselves. It still does not in any way change the fact to say they have been weakened by another, MP. It is rather for the MPP to lose this particular seat. But for me, it is a challenge. It's a killing task for the MPP. If you look at what has happened and what is happening, if the developmental project now, respondents for global authorities at the 2 Jano, if the developmental project knew what they are, then it means they will vote against the MPP. Because they will think that within 7 months or 8 months, this is what the NDC has been able to do. They've seen reduction in prices of electrical gadgets, electrical appliances itself, iron rods, and all those things. So if you are seeing things of that nature, they will say that that is the way you build an economy. And gradually, we are seeing reduction. Inflation, food inflation has come down owing to the performance of the Agric Minister, Honorable Eric Opoku. And Utimu say, who run the economy? Let's say, we spend about 10 or 15% of our earnings on food. It means you have a lot more to save, a lot more to be able to pay for fees, rent, and other things. That means that the economy, is really running. So, all being said, I think it is a bit that the MPP put out there. The NDC has not caught that particular bit. Maybe they will still have to communicate strongly. That's the more reason why some of us think, if they are holding positions, they must all vacate these positions so that they can do internal elections to elect new officers so that they can hold forth the party, and those who are in government can equally hold the party in government. But you see, when was the last time you heard Sami Jemfi communicate like the way he used to communicate?
That one kasakura biokra, one telling campo.
So all these things weaken the structures of the party. And that's the more reason why MPP has changed that. And I am aware, say, NDC so ebese sansadia.
Yo, doc, that's pa na kura ketua bia medeta ebusa tatuo. By election, they just said you embrace bedwani wu a na yakọ by election ti ya mentan fresa Ghana enya by elections bebre because said that nya the passer if you ask me. Now so say kobasa eba if free sabrede subsequent potential by elections no so say aban wo ye na dwuma yi ma Ghana fo agina tomu afa ne hia ma by election bi ebebe bia no NDC fo ebefa sa na bi no mokeka no montre so.
Well, potentially, it is possible. But, I mean, it will depend upon the constituency. If the margin of Mudimini, not so Lucy, very slim, with the performance of the president, the vice president, and other, solid ministers like the Agric, the finance, we can talk of what other one, the attorney general, all those. I mean, if you are to look at these kinds of performances, and then certainly you can say they are on a threshold. The only thing on the threshold of winning by election, the only thing that they will have to guide against complacency, and then ensuring transition from Mr. Mahama to somebody else will not be marred by internal acrimony.
Doc, that's a papa, and I am right in the business. You do all. We Dr. Jonathan Asante Ochre. Now, political analyst. I had a doc bisi a bravo frono, bibi ba, a besan, and no akasabio. Na and cry Facebook of one, a man for be or motate cassim, na omutie nusui, na and cry more to far Facebook no swono, actually. A free and sawom de ba pokuase traffic bia esi hono no enya traffic wa ama cars no enkokora aye snail pace na minim na hano then a police for betumi aye a passenger for a motor nkra eba angels way e de be pa na police for ebetumi aye e bia nka traffic bi ana traffic light be so and is a police for emeye na omuntimi ma ekwan no nem ye de ekwan na contractor no eja to ho na wonye ne ntem ana ye hwe ne saa enti no minim dia police for me fra police for so meboa mo a MTT for a so momra ha do mbetumi aye samu wadwene bi a mobetumi san dia ababio na makan amamo but dia ho no ye see free nsawam de ba pokuase omo ba no mum free pokuase so ko ensawam traffic bi a okwan so ho no omanfo asoma ye mobo monkafra ye ko ye nim no achim wenchi traditional council na nanoma yefo bedwa no omo de atodwa omo ho no hye akwatia constituency na se what eastern region ho by election na honorable and okumi no ye